Hello everyone. In this lecture, we are going to see introduction to machine learning with Python and complete machine learning we are going to learn with the Python programming language only. Yes. Now coming to machine learning. Yes, directly I am not going to explain the textbook definition. Firstly, everything we are going to see in simple terms explanation. Then I will also show you the textbook definitions and all. Yes. Coming to the first thing, what actually is the machine learning? It is a branch of AI, many one will tell. But what actually the machine learning is? It is nothing but the system learns. How system learns? Based on some data or some information in simple terms. So now let me show you the machine learning process. Let me open the whiteboard. Yes, here you can see three parts. This complete thing belongs to machine learning definition. This thing is the process of machine learning, and these all are the packages related to machine learning. So now firstly coming to this concept, learning performance experience. Here you can see this three parts decides the machine learning definition actually. In machine learning, machine is nothing but our system. Yes, let me, yeah. Now coming to here, learning. What do you mean by learning? Learning means it is a way of gaining some knowledge or some information or some data. That process is known as learning. Learning decides performance and performance decides experience. That's the reason I have kept them in the order actually. The reason is, let me explain you with a real time example. For example, you are reading a subject and you will have two internals. Let me say mid 1, mid 2 and the third external nothing but semester end examination. So you will learn, yes, you will learn for every exam actually. Even though you have learned for mid 1 and mid 2, the same thing is there for semester. Again you will learn. Why? To increase your performance. Nothing but, let me say in mid 1 you got worst marks, nothing but you have failed in mid 1. In mid 2 your range is in some average marks, and in sem you performed well. So what's the duration you will tell regarding it? From starting you won't say, right, because the performance is completely down. So for STEM, your performance is somewhat good. So how you will say, if let us consider STEM as 6 months, 2 months for mid one, 2 months for mid two, and 1 month for STEM you have practiced. So then you will mention your experience as 1 month. The reason is you will for the correctness, based on the correctness only the experience increases. Now let me go to the PPT. Yes, before going to PPTs, let me show you one thing. This is our website. If you already subscribed to our channel, in our channel page on the top you can see as website link. Now let me go to notes and textbooks actually. Yes, since notes I will open anyhow. Yes, in textbooks here you can see machine learning, Python with ML and image processing with ML. Actually, yeah, this is for our ML theory and this is for our programming view. And this image processing with ML belongs to deep learning actually. Yes, I will also explain what actually is deep learning. So currently in our notes page, yeah, the textbook we prefer is Pearson and PPTs are also Pearson's only. Yes, here you can see machine learning. Once you open it, you will get this drive link, and in this, yeah, in chapter 1 it is available. Yes, let me directly go to definition here. Yes, learning is process of gaining information. Yes, how can you learn? Similarly, in three ways a human learns. Similarly, in three ways a machine learns that you can come to know while we are discussing the types of machine learning. So, firstly, we'll see types in human learning. Learning through direct guidance from expert. It is nothing but, for example, you have completed intermediate now and you have joined in engineering field. Yes, and in the first year you will come across C programming language, as it is the first language will be taught to each and every student in all the colleges. Yes, there since you are not having any idea, you learn complete programming skills from whom? From your faculty, nothing but expert guidance. Completely here. This is the first line meaning. Secondly, you can see learning through indirect guidance. Here, learning through indirect guidance, we are saying. We are not saying it as without guidance. That is the third case, actually, indirect guidance. Nothing but, for example, if you consider this Python programming language, your faculty taught you Python and basics of NumPy and Pandas. Then what you are going to do? Automatically, for doing some projects, you are going to learn data analysis and machine learning by your own. So, from the base, nothing but you are going to just consider some of the basics from the expert and you are going to explore. That is the second point meaning. Coming to the third point, learning by self. Nothing but few members will be who are having interest in the technology related fields. They will try to explore completely by their own. Nothing but, for example, yes, how can they know? By seeing some YouTube or some others, right? By from others, nothing but from surroundings, they will try to learn. Nothing but based on current trends and technologies, they will try to learn. In simple terms, if we consider, a small baby will perform activities by seeing their parents. That's the meaning of this third point. Simple way. Yes, now complete definition. As I have told you, in the learning process itself, the system improves its experience. Nothing but the performance you are going to say this machine will work fine. How can you say? Because it is experienced already for working with that some particular task. That simple terms are described here as definition. I'll break it and explain you. No, don't worry. A computer program, nothing but our machine learning code, is said to learn from experience with respect to some task and performance. Yes, every time when you use some algorithm, you will be calculating the performance for a task. Then, if it is correct, nothing but if it is giving the correct values, then you are saying yes, it is giving correct, so it gains some experience. Yes, here the similar thing I have mentioned you. Instead of learning tasks, it is mentioned from learning and processing, the performance will come. Based on performance, experience is decided. Yes. Now coming to here, yes, and if its performance measure is correct, then the performance as well as the experience is going to increase. That's the complete meaning of this statement. So, yes. Now coming to the machine learning process. Actually, don't see this diagram and decide that there are three things only. We will see the modeling of data and all in the upcoming video lectures anyhow. In simple terms, I have mentioned here input. Nothing but, yes, input data, data processing, training data, testing data, output. Here nothing but, input is nothing but, simply I will ask it as, predict whether today rainfall is there or not. Or predict today in IPL match, the team A wins or team B wins. Like that I'll give input. How it is going to give me output based on the already existing data. In this data we are going to store all matches information. So here we will perform data processing. Here data processing is nothing but simply data analysis. The unwanted things or some duplicates and all we are going to remove. And from this data processing we are going to get training data actually. Here training data is the output data of data processing. And on this complete training data, we are going to apply our machine learning algorithm and after that we are going to get some part of data which can be used for predictions. Nothing but, let me say, in training data there are some 10 lakhs rows or some 10 lakhs records information is present. Now, for example, I want to calculate the salary of a new employee. Then what I will do? I will not consider all the training data, nothing but I will not consider all the 10 lakh records, right? I'll consider only for some freshers or some matching skills and all. So then I am going to perform like some data filtering. From this training data, I will generalize and I will get this testing data. And this input is present, right? This input I am going to compare with testing data based on our algorithm we have applied. Based on that, we will get the output. That is the machine learning process. So now let me show you the PPT. Input data abstraction generalization. Yes, here you can see input data as I have already mentioned. There are already some past data or some existing information all you will give. And on abstraction, nothing but training data. Here data abstraction is the process going to happen, and we are going to use one of the machine learning algorithm. So from this training data, the most data which is trying to decide your outputs exactly, that data, not your only that part of data you are going to consider as testing data. That's why here you can see the abstracted, nothing but the training data. Representation is generalized, nothing but the complete training data is generalized, nothing but shortened to form a framework, nothing but to form something for making decisions, nothing but it can decide our input exactly. That's the purpose. From training data itself, we will get the testing data. You may get out that instead of testing data, from training data can't we do directly? Because the reason is the machine slows down its performance. That's the reason we are going to obtain only the testing data, nothing but the most important things. Yes, so all the things which I have explained now in this PPT, you can see in terms of sentences and all. Yes, before teaching of these types of ML, now coming back to here, you can see all the packages required for machine learning actually. Here you can see all these packages I have discussed while discussing the data analysis packages. Y NumPy, Pandas, LXML, SQLite, SQLAlchemy, Matplotlib, Seaborn and all. And I have already discussed. If not, you once you go back to that video. But all these packages we are not going to use. The reason is here we are only dealing with machine learning. If you are using machine learning in website, then only you require these four things from LXML, SQLite, SQLAlchemy, PyMongo are required once you are using with some web application. Nothing but if you are using Streamlit or Flask or Django or Python, then you need those four packages. NumPy, Pandas, Scikit-learn are mandatory in machine learning. Without that, nothing can be performed. Now coming back to here, for visualization purpose, I told these two packages, Matplotlib and Seaborn. And in Seaborn, I have also told that already some data sets are present. Similarly, in Scikit-learn, more data sets than Seaborn are present, which are used for performing machine learning. So we are not going to use Seaborn because Scikit-learn is enough because we are having many data sets. And SkyPy is also used for machine learning and as well as data analysis. The SkyPy why we are using is while discussing the concept of clustering, agglomerative or divisive clustering. There we will construct dendrograms actually. You can't understand now because firstly I need to teach theory part in order to understand the terms, and then we can come back to this machine learning with Python, nothing but the coding part actually. And here you can that's the reason SkyPy is used. And here you can see these three packages, right? TensorFlow, Keras, PyTorch. Actually, these are the main packages in machine learning. But The syllabus which I shared you here, nothing but you can see, right? Introduction and application, sorry, supervised learning, regression, classification, unsupervised clustering, principal component analysis, and all Bayesian learning. Yeah, Bayesian learning is completely supervised. Ensemble learning is nothing but the combination of different algorithms. That's the reason. Yes, for all this, it is enough with scikit-learn and all the packages, some of the packages of data analysis. But if you, as I have shown you in textbooks while teaching, there you have seen image processing with machine learning. Actually, that concept is comes under deep learning, and we are going to perform them by making use of these packages like TensorFlow, Keras, and PyTorch. Actually, so these three packages we are going to use while discussing deep learning. Yes, what actually deep learning is? Deep learning is the branch in ML. ML is a branch in AI. Now let me tell again. Initially, we are having artificial intelligence. Inside artificial intelligence, machine learning is a branch. And inside machine learning, data processing, nothing but data analysis is a step in machine learning. Again, in data analysis, we are having data wrangling, data visualization, and all. And inside machine learning, we are having another separate branch, nothing but deep learning. It is the advanced version of machine learning. Yes, there we are going to work completely with real-time data and all. Actually, this is for the basic things we are using, but the real-time applications and all we will discuss while discussing deep learning playlist and all. So there we'll use these three packages. Currently, these are not required. Yes, and in the upcoming three video lectures, we are going to see the installation of Python in one video, installation of Jupyter Notebook. As I told, completely we are going to do in Jupyter Notebook because we want to form like a notes like structure. So whenever you want, you can access them easily, or you can understand how to use that algorithm and which package, which function and all. And coming to the third part, we are going to see the installation of all these packages. Actually, this left side, most probably all packages will be installed. If not, how to install also we will see. And this right side packages we need to install by our own. Some versions does not support, so for that you can use Google Colab actually. Yes, we will see one by one package installations also. Hope you all understood, and if you are facing any issues, drop in the comment section. Thank you.